So today we're going to learn about polynomials or what are polynomials. What we're going to study about today, understand the geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial, find the number of zeros of a polynomial from its graphical representation, find the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Types of polynomial. The first one is constant polynomial. All the numbers comes under constant polynomial. All the numbers comes under constant polynomial. Second one is linear. When the power of variable is 1, it is known as linear polynomial. When the power of variable is 1. Second one, quadratic. When the power of variable is 2. Here the power of variable is 2. The power of variable is 2 is known as quadratic. The highest power of variable. Cubic. When the highest power of variable is 3. That is known as cubic polynomial. The highest power of variable is 3. That is known as cubic polynomial. So this is the types of polynomials based on degree. Now, find the zeros of polynomial. P of x is equals to x minus 2. The zero of polynomials are the values of x where the p of x becomes 0. x की ऐसी वैल्यू जिस पे p of x 0 हो जाए. So how to find out? Equate the polynomial with equals to 0. X minus 2 equals to 0. The value of x is 2. So 0 will be 2. 0 of this polynomial is 2. क्या किया मैंने? X minus 2 equates to 0. The value of x is 2. So that is the zero of polynomial. We're going to do the question. Don't worry. पहले हम सारी चीज देख लें. Now find the zero of this polynomial x minus 2 by seeing the graph. Here the zero of polynomial can be find out where the graph is touching the x-axis. The graph is touching the x-axis at 2 comma 0. So the answer is 2. Find the zeros of the polynomial by using the graph. On the screen देखो ध्यान से. The point of intersection of the graph with the x-axis. The point of intersection of the graph with the x-axis. The point of intersection of the graph with the x-axis. Number of zeros are 2. That is 2 and 3. Have you seen it is intersecting at 2 and intersecting at 3? So when the value of x is 2, we are getting the value of polynomial 0. When the value of x is 3, we are getting the value of polynomial 0. So how many polynomials are there? How many zeros are there for that particular polynomial? There are only 2 zeros. The point of intersection of the graph with the x-axis. Move on further. Find the number of zeros. The number of zeros are the points that the graph cutting the x-axis. So what are the zeros? Two zeros. Okay, two zeros are there. Okay, two zeros. Point of intersection with the x-axis. These are the two zeros. Chalo. It is a very important concept. Polynomial is linear polynomial. When the polynomial is linear, the graph is a straight line. Degree of polynomial is 1. Number of polynomial is 1. When the graph is quadratic, the graph is parabola. Graph कैसा होता है? Parabola. Number of degree of polynomial is 2. Number of zeros is 2. जितनी degree उतने number of zeros. When the polynomial is cubic, the graph is curve. ग्राफ को क्या बोलेंगे? कर्व बोलेंगे. ठीक है, इसमें क्या बोलेंगे? पैराबोला. Degree is 3, number of zeros is 3. Degree is 3, number of zeros is 3. Degree is 3, number of zeros is 3. So what is the concept? Therefore, a polynomial of degree n has at most n zeros. A degree n has at most n zeros. It means the number of degree is equal to number of zeros. Number of degree is equals to number of zeros. Number of degree is equals to number of zeros. Clear to each and every one? Say yes or no. Okay. Number of degrees is equals to number of zeros. Chalo, moving on further. I will give you time to solve the quiz. Don't worry. Why do some polynomial have no zeros? Zero of a polynomial is the value of x at which the particular polynomial becomes zero. That is known as zero of polynomial. For example, here is a polynomial x square minus 1. X square plus 1 is a polynomial. Equating with 0, the value of x square is minus 1. The value of x is under root of minus 1. So the square root of a negative number is not a real number. It is a real number, it is a negative number. Okay. So this is the reason why some of the polynomials have no zeros. And what is the graph? How the graph is? The graph will not going to touch the x-axis. The graph of the polynomial does not intersect the x-axis. Therefore, the number of zeros is zero. Number of zeros कितने हैं? Zero, because it is not cutting the x-axis. क्यों sir? What is the reason? Because the value of x is not a real number. The value of x is not proper a real number. Clear? The value of x is not a proper real number. Chalo, find the number of zeros. What is the answer? Tell me the answer. Number of zeros. How many number of zeros are there? Write fast. How many number of zeros are there? Very good. Zero. Very good. Because it is not touching the x-axis. कैसे? X square plus 3 is equals to 0. The value of x is minus root 3, which is not a real number. Which is not a real number. And by seeing the graph, I can say that the graph is not touching the x-axis. वाई सर हम एक्स एक्सिस ही क्यों देखते हैं, वाई एक्सिस क्यों नहीं देखते हैं? क्वेश्चन होना चाहिए बिकॉज द पॉलिनोमियल इज ऑफ एक्स, पी ऑफ एक्स है. सो विल गोइंग टू सी वेदर द ग्राफ इज कटिंग द एक्स एक्सिस. यदि पॉलिनोमियल होता पी ऑफ वाई, इट मींस इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ वेरिएबल वाई, तो हम वाई एक्सिस देखते हैं. यहाँ पे पॉलिनोमियल कौन सा है? पी ऑफ एक्स है. सो विल गोइंग टू सी द ग्राफ whether it is cutting the x-axis or not. It is not cutting the x-axis, therefore number of zeros is 0. Clear? Chalo. So a quick revision what you have studied. Zero polynomial, constant polynomial. The polynomial with zero degree, it is known as zero polynomial. अलग होता है ना. Zero is known as zero polynomial. Zero is known as zero polynomial, and this is the definition of constant polynomial. Constant polynomial means a polynomial with a zero degree. Linear polynomial, a polynomial in which the highest power of variable is 1. Quadratic polynomial in which the highest power of variable is 2. Highest power of variable is 2. Cubic polynomial in which the highest power of variable is 3. Okay. Zero polynomial means the number 0 is known as zero polynomial. The number 0 is known as zero polynomial. ठीक है. Now find the zeros. अब देखो ये क्वेश्चन बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग and it is very important. Find the zeros. First of all, find the zeros of quadratic polynomial and establish a relation. For example, compare the polynomial. What is the general equation? Ax square plus bx plus c. On comparing the value of a, compare करना है इससे. The value of a is 1, the value of b is 7 and the value of c is 10. Okay. Sum of zeros क्या होता है? अल्फा प्लस बीटा. अल्फा प्लस बीटा ये कैसे आया? -2 एंड -5. देखो बाय फैक्टराइजेशन. कैसे? एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 2x plus 5x plus 10. What is common? X is common. What remains? X plus 2. What is common? Plus 5 is common. What remains? X plus 2. So our roots are x plus 2 and x plus 5. The value of x are -2 and -5. The sum of zeros -2 and -5 is -7. Product of zeros alpha into beta -2 into -5 is 10. Anybody is having any doubt till here? Each and everything is clear. Relation क्या कहता है? Alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is nothing but minus b by a. Minus b by a. What is the value of b? 7. So minus 7 upon 1 minus b by a. We are getting the same. We have verified. Product of zeros c by a. Product of zeros c by a. The value of c is 10. The value of a is 1. So we have verified the relation. We have verified the relation. Clear? Chalo. Anybody is having any doubt in this? Chalo. Moving on further. Relation between the zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. Sum of zeros alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a, अल्फा इंटू बीटा दैट इज c by a. इक्वेशन कैसे बनाएंगे? देखो, let us suppose x minus alpha and x minus beta are the zeros. फैक्टर्स क्या होते हैं? x minus alpha, x minus beta into k is a coefficient. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, we're going to get this equation. x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. चलो, it is clear to each and every one. यहाँ तक कोई डाउट है? Clear? Say yes or no. Sum of zeros, product of zeros is clear. Okay, fine. Sum of zeros is minus b by a, product of zeros is c by a. Find the zeros of the polynomial and verify the relation. Question वही है. We have done this question. Question number 2. 2x square plus x minus 1. Find the sum and the zeros. Find the sum and the zeros. देखो, everybody on the screen, find the sum and the product. सम क्या होता है? अल्फा प्लस बीटा इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस बी बाय ए. व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ बी? द वैल्यू ऑफ बी इज 1. कंपेयर करो, ए एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस बी एक्स प्लस सी. ऑन कंपेयरिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ बी इज 1, तो माइनस बी बाय ए. दिस इज द सम. यस और नो? Product is alpha into beta. Alpha into beta, that is c by a. The value of c is minus 1 upon 2. So alpha plus beta minus 1 by 2. Sum is also minus 1 by 2. Clear? Yeah, beta, we use this equation to find a new polynomial. कौन सी इक्वेशन है? एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस अल्फा प्लस बीटा इंटू एक्स प्लस अल्फा बीटा. ठीक है, वेन एवर द अल्फा सम इज गिवन, प्रोडक्ट इज गिवन और टू जीरोज आर गिवन, इट इज इक्वेशन टू फाइंड आउट द न्यू पोलिनोमियल. एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस अल्फा प्लस बीटा इंटू एक्स प्लस अल्फा बीटा. चलो, क्लियर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग टू ऑल? So, cubic polynomial is not in the syllabus. Just a quick review. If alpha, beta, and gamma are the zeros, sum of zeros is minus b by a. Product of zeros is minus d by a. Sum of product of zeros taking two at a time is c by a. ठीक है? Cubic polynomial has three zeros, minus b by a. Sum of zeros, product of zeros taking two at a time, c by a. और product of zeros तीनों का minus d by a. Alpha into beta into gamma. Summary: zero of a polynomial, zero of a polynomial, zero of a polynomial कैसा होगा बताओ? द नंबर ऑफ पॉइंट्स दैट इज कटिंग ऑन द एक्स एक्सिस. ठीक है, कौन सा पोलिनोमियल है ये? क्वाड्रेटिक पोलिनोमियल. ठीक है, नंबर ऑफ जीरोस कितने हैं यहाँ पे? 2 आएगा, 2. नंबर ऑफ जीरोस इज 2. ठीक है, नंबर ऑफ जीरोस इज 2. सो समरी, क्यूबिक पोलिनोमियल हैज हाउ मेनी जीरोस? 3 जीरोस. क्यूबिक पोलिनोमियल. ठीक है, बट अब ग्राफ देख के कैसा पता चलेगा? ठीक है, देखो, इट इज कटिंग द एक्स एक्सिस एट हाउ मेनी पॉइंट्स? 1, 2 and 3. It is cutting the x-axis at how many points? 3 points. 1, 2 and 3. It is cutting the x-axis at 2 points. So number of zeros is 2. कोई सा भी एक जीरो रिपीट हो रहा होगा इसमें. ठीक है, it is cutting the x-axis at how many point? Only 1 point. So number of zero is 1. इसमें zeros रिपीट हो रहे होंगे. ठीक है, क्लियर? आई बात समझ में? It is clear to each and everyone? क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल है, जीरो तो 3 होंगे, लेकिन ये तीनों कैसे होंगे? -1 -1 -1. क्लियर? चलो, सो वी हैव डन, completed.